We all know that the smartphone market is a duopoly on the software side, Apple's iOS and Google's Android. But on the hardware side, it's just as brutal. It's basically a fortress controlled by Apple and Samsung, who take almost 100% of the profit. It's effectively a closed field. The problem for any new hardware startup is that you can't just build a Me Too product. A phone that's just like a Samsung but 10% cheaper will fail. Why? Because moats aren't just the hardware. Apple has the App Store, the OS, and a supply chain. Samsung has a massive global marketing budget, ironclad relationships with every phone carrier, and they build their own best in class screens and components. They have incredible hardware. So, how does a new company even try to get in? You can look at companies like OnePlus in the early days, or more recently, nothing. They didn't try to compete with Apple or Samsung for the average person. They tried to build a niche product for a niche audience. They targeted tech enthusiasts and design focused users who hate how boring and similar Apple and Samsung have become. They won by focusing on design like nothing's transparent backs and community hype drops and such. But here's a real story, and this is the critical part. Even with that perfect niche strategy, both of these companies struggle mightily. OnePlus was famous for its razor thin margins and was eventually just absorbed back into its parent company, Oppo. And Nothing, despite all its hype, is still burning through venture capital to survive. They haven't won yet. They've just earned the right to play and not die in the first year. This proves that the smartphone market isn't just closed, it's a fortress. The moats built by Apple and Samsung are so deep that even a truly great differentiated niche first product still has an almost impossible battle for long term profitability. As an investor, this tells me the risk in new hardware startups isn't just can they build it, it's can they survive a decade of bleeding money to compete with the two biggest companies on earth